Whoops. Whoops. I had my mic muted. Hey, everybody. It's your boy AD. And that's all day. I'm in the spot. How y'all doing? Today we got the 7th episode of the interviews, which I did make a new playlist for. Today is episode number 7, with our guest today being Sigma E. So you know how we gonna do. First of all, I'm gonna make sure it's running good like I always do. So just give me a little second just to make sure what's going on. But it's good seeing y'all. It's good being back. I took a little break from the live streams. Just a little break. Stuff was so interesting though and good though. I took a little break from the live stream. Okay. All right, I see y'all coming in. Okay, we got Hank the Mean Man. What's up, Hank? We got Sigma E, the Donald. Hey, I'm finna drop the link, okay? Let's get this show on the roll. But the first thing I want to say is I am going to upgrade my StreamYards account very soon, too. I'm going to upgrade it very soon. I might as well run, the last little free hours I got, because I didn't even know that they did that, honestly. So once these hours run out, which I know will, I'll upgrade it. But yeah, hey everybody. Hey y'all, what's going on? Episode 7. Not yet, Donald. I have to go check it out. Okay, let me drop the link right now for Sigma. Let's get him in. This would be my first time ever speaking to him. So this should be pretty interesting. Alright, I just dropped the link. Oh, Blackfield Radio, what's good? Blackfield. How you been? Haven't seen you in a little second. How you been? I'm in here chilling. I done had me a nice little break. We're chilling out, Y'all know I love doing these streams. Y'all know I love just talking to people and enjoying conversations and learning new things and discussing things. That last stream that we had that I did, it did get pretty deep. It did, and it got wild, but that was such a great stream to me because we was really just discussing ourselves and talking about a lot of different things. Okay, I see him. He just got in. Let me let him in. Hey, Sigma.
Howdy.
Hey, what's going on, my man Sigma? He made it in today. Hey.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Good to see you. I know you were saying that it was starting to get a little late on your time in.
No, it weren't that. I just didn't know how many hours you were behind. Now, when I looked online about where you are, it at 11:30 at my time, it said it was already 6:30 your time. I'm thinking this can't be right because is it the daylight saving for you guys or?
I think it is daylight saving time right now. I think it is because right now it is 6:35 my time, PM.
Don't slag him off. What Blackpill Radio? Don't slag him off. Just to let you know about live streams, right? Live streams, I try to upgrade, so be careful, AD Money, because when you try and upgrade to the next stage, they don't tell you that they want the full year in advance, and then it's $25 a month or whatever it is.
Yeah, I seen
$100.
Yeah, well, I had seen it like when it first. I can't be confused, right? Because it say like, oh, you're saving, but then it says it's an annual, and then I see that you can do monthly, but it costs more money. I did. So what I'm gonna do is just probably test it out for a month to see if I like it or not. But I mean, yeah.
When you come to subscribe and upgrade, they'll ask you for the full year up front, and then it's $25 a month.
Wow, so there is no monthly way?
Yeah, you just got to pay the full year in advance.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what shocked me when I tried to upgrade, because it says when I went to upgrade it and then it asked for my bank details, it asked for like £200 and odd. And I'm thinking, hang on, I thought this was £25 a month. And then underneath it says it refers you to the full year first, and then it's £25. They'll give you at that price.
Oh wow. I guess that's something I'm gonna have to think about. I guess so. But the good news is I got good hours left. Not a lot, but I might have to push that penny. But how you been doing though, man? How would you like to introduce yourself to the people out here who may not know you?
Yes, I am Sigma. The E means Sigma. It's the Greek alphabet. So it's not Sigma E, it's just Sigma because the logo means Sigma. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Sigma. I don't know what your viewers are like, but I'm a staunch MGTOW. I'm pretty stuck in my ways. I'm 46 now, so for me, I've not got much time to get a nest egg together for myself when I retire. You know what I mean? So this is a reason why I have volunteered not to date any women, not to associate with any women. I don't even talk to any women anymore because I'm so focused on making sure my son's 18 now, and he's left home. Me and the ex got divorced when he was 4, and obviously I was seeing him, and obviously I had to pay my goddamn maintenance. But because he's left now, I know now I'm not going to have any more kids because I had the snip done to safeguard myself. Yeah, it's not as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you think. But at 46, I mean, I've only got about another 30, 35 years, maybe 40 max before no one will hire me because I'll be too old. So I've got really not a lot to my name at the moment. So my main aim now is to just build up that nest egg for myself for retirement. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I can't be distracted by any girl. I refuse to. I've seen hypergamy in the religion that I was affiliated with at first. I saw hypergamy there when I was about 7 or 8 in my family. I saw hypergamy in the religion, Jehovah's Witnesses. I saw that firsthand. Then I travelled to Australia. I emigrated to Australia for 2 years and saw hypergamy really bad over there, man. Seriously, the girls will bang anything as long as you've got an accent. It don't matter if you're ugly or not. If you've got an accent, yeah, they'll bang you. They don't care. And the men are just as promiscuous as well. But they think they're king dicks, and they're not. As soon as you tell them shut the fuck up to their faces, and if you're gonna bring it, fucking bring it. Don't flap your lips. Do it if you're gonna say it. They back down usually. And then I went back to England. Then I went from there over to Ecuador. I was there for 2 years, and they're a Catholic religion over there. They're really staunch Catholic, and they're very family orientated. But guess what? I still saw hypergamy there too. And that's a third world country. And the reasons they do it is to get out the country. And I'm talking about having schoolgirls coming out of the college or the schools, and they make a more or less a beeline for you. It don't matter. They don't care how old you are. Seriously. They're only thinking about getting out of the poverty. Seriously. And, the girl I was with, in Ecuador, it was if I couldn't look anywhere without her looking at me to see where I'm looking, because she knew I was high prize over there, high prize. But for me, I eventually said to her, I said, look, what am I supposed to do? Put my head down all the time or blast myself to the goddamn moon where there's no women? I'm going to pass women every fucking day. I'm going to end up speaking to the woman at the shop because you're going to send me around to get something. You know what I mean? So don't be telling me I can't be looking around and looking at people. You know what I mean? Because that's just a natural thing to do.
Right.
Go on.
And that's very interesting too, hearing what you're saying, because I'm from the States, so for you to travel like that to these places, and like you said, and even for these religions Like that's so interesting because you've seen it with your own eyes when it comes to the hypergamy.
Yeah, I mean, I was even seeing. I mean, the thing over there in Ecuador is if a girl gets pregnant, she's at school, she gets shamed. She gets shamed,
Mm.
seriously. And the guy get his head kicked in and forced to marry her out of honor. You know what I
Wow,
mean? And they do stick together. They do stick together, but their eyes do wander a lot,
mm.
lot. Yeah.
That is something else. But that's a very interesting story, though. I understand, like you know, like you said, you want to get your things done, you want to handle your business, and then not let that, because that's how it is a lot of times when you be involved with women. It's true, they can be a slowdown or a holdback when you actually could be doing something to better yourself. So I totally understand. I definitely do. And like I said, especially with your views, because you actually get because over here in the States, like it's pretty bad as well. It's like everything is just kind of deteriorated. Like you know, like it was better in the past when I was growing up, and I know, but now it's just getting to the point where it's just not working anymore. You know, where it's like women and men feel really comfortable and could work with one another. Now it's really bad. Like a lot of women don't even want to give you the time of day unless there's something to gain instead of really wanting to know who you are as a person. It's pretty bad now, and it's changed really quickly too. It's changed like very drastically within the past 10 years. What about on your end?
Um, well, I do believe this is a fact that from 1980, everything changed from that point. From 1980, the generation before that is Generation X, which is 1970 to 1979,
Mm-hmm.
and they're an important generation according to scientists because they're the last ones that can teach the next generation, i.e., the sons, the daughters, or anybody else that wants to know about really what went on in the past with these governments, how corrupt they are,
Mm-hmm.
how vindictive they can be. I mean, I tried to upload a video before about the corona, and it was from a doctor. It was done in secret, but it was a guy out of, do you know, the guy out of Predator, the one that goes, "Oh, you slapjaw faggots," and he has
Yeah.
that big, massive gun. Yeah, he did the interview. Now he's into conspiracies and he did it secretly. And they were saying that what's going to happen is that it's going to be a flu virus, but not the actual flu virus. It's going to be similar, and that it's going to be a nasal spray that you put up your nose. And they
Wow.
said, and he said, yeah. He said, what's wrong with that? And she said, yeah, but it's the consequences after. And he said, well, what's the consequences going to be? And he said that what's going to happen is that whoever survives death will be sterile. That's what she said to his face. And he said, yeah, but do you not think the peasants are going to uproar and start fighting back? And she said, yeah, but guess what? The military. Now, if you go onto my BitChute, the video's on there because I couldn't upload it on YouTube. They kept blocking it and they kept censoring it because they didn't want no one to know about it. So it's
Wow.
on the BitChute now, right? I've uploaded it because I know it's not censored. And she actually turns around and says that the government, American government, has set up a special military group and that they're 400,000 strong and that they're going to get sent in if the people say, no, we're not having this. But the secret is that we have the power and they don't want you to know that we have the power. You're talking 8 billion people, well, in the world. You think the governments are going to really send them the military in? And if they can't control them, what they're going to do? Nuke? Because they'll just destroy the earth if the nuke is all. And
Right.
the plans are up shit creek, then, aren't they? The plans are up shit creek if they do that. So it's going to be seriously messy. I plan to be going into the sticks, into the forests. I've already got my equipment packed together, my survival kit, my solar power charger, so I can charge my phone up on my computer. I've made little cotton balls with Vaseline and mixed them in and put them in a tub, so I can just set them alight anytime. I've got a steel. I've got loads of stuff that I've packed in a big, massive rucksack. I've got my bike ready, and as soon as they say mandatory vaccinations, I'm off. That's it. I'm off.
Yeah, that I agree. Prepping is definitely a great thing. It's always wonderful to do, indeed. And like how much time do you think we have before they do say that?
A couple of years. Couple of years, maybe 5 max. I won't say even that, to be honest. They're getting desperate. They're getting seriously desperate. The fact that Hillary Clinton has just had charges put towards her because they found her 33,000 emails from a friend who left him on his computer, and they found about him, and they went and raided his house and found the computer and recovered all 33,000 emails. And they said they were disgusted. They were absolutely disgusted what they found. I'm talking involving children here.
Yeah, I heard about that along like some years
Yeah.
so ago. I did hear about that.
Yeah, evidence of her going to Haiti and bringing kids over through the Clinton Foundation. And that girl who were part of Epstein's friend, that girl who's a Jehovah's Witness still, was bringing them over for Epstein and for Clintons. And they're all orphans because most of the parents got washed away in the tsunami, right? And that's what the emails she tried to get rid of, because that means she can be tried for crimes against humanity. That's why. That's a death sentence. That's bad.
Yeah, it's very interesting indeed. And I do kind of, I mean, I feel like before this whole stuff started, I mean, I feel like, yeah, times were still kind of bad, but I do kind of miss them. And now I feel like a lot of people do need to be more aware of what's going on. Just like, just like with the feminism and stuff as well, and the hypergamy. Like, that's why it's also important to be aware of that too, because it's really just a distraction. It's like another distraction.
You see, with this feminism, right? I know why they're being the way they are. It's because they know, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, it's just fact. They know they can't do the same jobs as men, right? This is why they have to have the army bring down the standards for women, the fire brigade and the police down the standards for women, right? Because they know, they said, oh, we can carry the weight, we just can't go the distance. Sorry, mate. If you can't go the distance or carry the weight, you're no good, right? At the end of the day, this is about protecting the people, not your own ass, right? Mm-hmm. So, if feminism, the people in feminism think they're equal, they're seriously disillusioned. Seriously. It's like, well, hang on, okay then. If you think you're better and you're stronger than men, okay, let's see you go up a skyscraper and clean windows. Let's see you go down in a pit, right? And work as a coal miner, right? Because then people who worked in coal mines ended up with severe lung cancer, right? No, they wouldn't do that. Not in their right mind, they wouldn't do that. No. Us men, because we're made of the right stuff, we do stuff like that. We make cars, planes, trains, bikes, tables, inventions, cures, fridges, cookers, ornaments, you name it. We've been making it for thousands of years. Women got treated fucking perfect. I have to watch a documentary recently about women just after the flood, Noah's flood, being given rights, right? Or before the flood, I'm not too sure, but being given full rights to land, to property, to make decisions. And you'll see it in Sparta too. Sparta, the old Sparta. Women were treated way good. And if women turn around and said they've been treated bad in the past, it's a goddamn bullshit lie. Right? Wow. I believe that women are important, yes, but guess what? They're not just the gatekeepers of the birth, giving birth, because it has to take a man to put his swing up there to get her pregnant in the first place. So men are gatekeepers to the giving birth too. If it weren't for men and women getting together, that's how important they are in God's eyes, right? Mm-hmm. That's what keeps the human race species going. So if women keep saying that they're the gatekeepers of birth and children, they're lying, because men have to partake to that for to get pregnant in the first place.
Right, and it's not that, right, and it's crazy because it's not that at all. And that's the problem, like exactly what you said. That's the problem that a lot of women don't understand, is that we should get at least more respect to who we are, because now, right, they're trying to make us look like we had it so good and we had it so great, while they didn't. But when you look at it, it's the opposite. And like you said, even in the past, like I think the same way to myself about the past, because a lot of women will say, oh, we were oppressed. But then when you look at families and you look at society and how things kind of used to be, it used to be better. It really did.
Yeah, but you're talking way past the 60s and before, you know what I mean? You're talking old era there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Now, from the 1980s onwards, I knew people, you know, I left school in 1990, right? Now, secondary school. Now, when I left, seriously, most of the girls in the school could cook, they could sew, you know, they could do certain things to help the family out when they do have a family, right?
Okay.
Now, I don't even know of a girl that can actually boil an egg or cook an egg or boil rice.
Wow.
Seriously.
Yeah. And that's the same. And now, in like over here in the States, like now, like they get offended by that. Like when a man says he likes a woman that likes to cook or clean or know how to do things that women normally used to do or do, that's not us trying to force you. That's just us wanting something good. You know, just like how
Look,
women run
you see,
around.
women. It weren't derogatory to ask a woman to stay in the kitchen because they're goddamn good at cooking. Seriously, if a man comes home and he sees a nice plate of food on the table, he's going to say thank you, unless he's a dick. Then he's going to say thank you to his wife. I would, if she was good at cooking and good at sewing. But there's no woman out there that's even worth that anymore. Seriously, they're too vain. Look at that Tony Lorana, whatever she's called. She's not even a 2. She's not even a 2 because she has to put makeup on before she goes on and does a stream. She says that men are losers and all of a sudden she hates, you know, men. I hate boys and men. And then she backtracks. And I'm thinking, man, that's the worst thing you could have done. Backtracking. What an idiot.
Yeah. I definitely seen that. I definitely did. Now, at first, I didn't, because that happened when I was, that did happen when my darn internet was down, because we had like a mini tornado, so I ain't have internet for like almost a week. But when I came back, everybody was talking about that. It was wild.
I don't get it. If girls are going to invade men's spaces, why did they grumble that we invade back and backlash back? Because they're coming on to try and shame us to go back to the plantation. Do you know what the plantation really is? It's not working. I'll tell you what the plantation is. Women, that's the plantation. And I'll give you a reason why it's the plantation. Because you have to work to provide for your wife or your girlfriend. And it all goes on her. The plantation is the woman, really.
Yeah. That's why they call it the plantation, because it's like you being a slave instead of it being like, you know, you're working together like a team. It's more of you being.
Yeah, because you're working for her. You're not working for yourself, and you're not supporting yourself and, you know, advancing yourself. You're there coming home. You get an earful every time. The kids are ramping around and everything. And all she has to go, oh, can you fix this or you can fix that? Hang on, I've just done a flaming, you know, a 48-hour week, and you want me to start doing this, that, and the other.
That is so true. Like I've seen a lot of men in my past who growing up, like I've seen like they used to have women, but never like be like tied down, but you would know they can get them, and then eventually they end up getting with one, and then everything just falls apart, and they're not the same person that they used to be. I see a lot of men that go through that as well.
Right. What I'm going to ask you a question. What would you say game is? And you guys in the comments, don't you dare say it now you've seen my videos. Don't say it, right? Because they've seen my videos, some of them. So I'm going to ask you personally, and don't look at the comments. What do you think game is?
I mean, I guess game is just a game is what it is. It's a game, right? Game is basically trying to act some way and be some way instead of being who you are. And that's why people feel like if you could play the game better, you can get something. But that's what game is to me. A game. It's not being truthful and honest.
Right. I'm going to let you into a little secret. You were halfway there, right? Game is knowing the game and not playing the goddamn game. Because you know you've got the cards are stacked against you. If you go on the street and you see these guys with the tables with either the 3 cups or the cards, they have people in the audience, i.e., this is hypothetical, like an example. So, you know, women are in the crowd, the table and everything, and all the legislation are the cups or the cards. The people behind the desk who are playing the game, right, or the governments. The people or the crowd, or some of them are dumb-witted. They don't know this is a game you're going to get ripped off by, right?
Yeah.
They have women in there to back them up and play the game with them to make other people suckers, right? Now, why would you go up to a guy on the street with the 3 cups or the 3 cards and play that game when you know you're going to lose? He'll let you win once, but he won't let you win twice, 3rd time, 4th time, 5th time, because he's good at his game, right? So I would think, well, he knows the game, right? And he's going to have other people know the game that's in the crowd. Now, I know it's a game. Why would I play that goddamn game?
Yeah, you're right about that. Knowing game is definitely a part of the game as well. That is so true. Because when you don't have
I'm not playing that game. Because
right.
if you know it's a game, you know that there's going to be pitfalls there. Therefore, you're advanced enough to think, well, I'm not going to play that game. And that's the same with the government, feminism, girls, religion. Everything in this world is a goddamn game. You're born, they give you a pseudonym name so they can tax you later on. Then they expect you to get married, buy a ring, buy an engagement ring, buy your flowers, you know, buy your Mother's Day, and only guys get Father's Day, right? And then I know full well now, I'm thinking that's all a fucking game. Now, why would I want to get involved? Because that's just stupidity. Because I know it's a game. So why would I play that game with them? I wouldn't. There's no point.
So what's the point of playing the game if it's rigged? That is so very true. This is a good time too, y'all, to leave some questions, because I got a couple questions. But if y'all want to leave some questions, go ahead and drop them real quick.
Hey, Billy, you all right, buddy? If you don't know the game, it's like the chat playing with the mouse. Yeah, I agree with you there, Billy.
Donald said money is the game.
Who's 666? Building is not owned by Trump. Fuckstick. Man, Donald, do you actually know what the hell you're talking about? Because I'll tell you one thing, you don't know what you're goddamn talking about. And I'll tell you the reason why you don't know what you're talking about. All you're doing is just trying to attack, right, Trump. He's already proven, right, that he's trying to get things back on track. It's only just in the last maybe week that I've started putting question marks over Trump, right? Because there's certain things that he's doing that are very, very subtle, right? But let's see where it goes. Let's see what happens. And let's see if he can prove himself or not.
Okay. Well, I have a question for you, Sigma. My question is, so what, when was the point where you actually got into MGTOW or realized, what it was?
I came back from Ecuador about 4 or 5 years ago. I was in a bit of a mess. And say about a year after that, I heard about MGTOW. And I already knew back in the past if something weren't right, and I knew women were being dickheads, you weren't getting really much in life because the government were always trying to tax you or trying to keep you down and stop, instead of teaching you at school you can be an entrepreneur. Oh no, you stay in the plantation. Don't expect too much of yourself. You can achieve certain things, but don't expect too much of yourself, because we want you to stay in the plantation. We don't want you to separate and make a business for yourself or anything like that. They don't teach you that in school. They don't teach another thing in school regarding women, right, and how to pick the right personality of a woman. They only teach you physical sex, and there's a reason for that. So therefore you fuck up later on. What kind of woman you're picking? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree. And a lot of women nowadays, they try to sell that instead of selling who they are and their personalities and actual real skills. It's just all about looks. And I could tell a lot of them think that way. I could tell that they're like, it's nothing wrong with trying to look good or, keeping yourself up, but to take it that far and think that that's all it takes, I feel like that's where the problem comes in at with a lot of women.
So what was the question again, by the way? Oh, when did I find out about MGTOW? Right.
Right.
Basically, when I found out about MGTOW, I accidentally come across RPOS, Red Pill on Steroids. And then when I found out he used to be Jehovah's Witness too, I'm thinking, oh my God, we've got something well in common here. We both believe in MGTOW. We both used to be ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. Man, it can't get any fucking perfect than that. You know what I mean? Let's make some videos and stuff. Let's hammer the shit out there. You know what I mean? Let's get it done. You know what I mean? And when I found out from him about certain things about MGTOW, I was already into my conspiracies before that. And everything just started falling into place. Big pieces of jigsaws were just fitting into place, you know, at one go, pieces at go. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, oh my God. And I learned it literally within a year. And there was nothing else I could learn, really, to be honest. There's nothing really fresh in MGTOW you can learn. It's all out there. You just got to search for it and listen to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a few that made fucking fools of themselves, and made fools of MGTOW at the same time, which I'm not very happy about, because I'm not putting my neck on the line and subscribing to something like that, and you know, having these people make a mockery of MGTOW because they can't control their own goddamn biology. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying, and yeah, like you said, it's definitely been out here. You know, like you said, you just gotta look and you gotta search, and you gotta be willing to listen too, right? You gotta be willing to listen. But I think once people go through things or realize something is up, they'll have a better chance at listening to them. You know what? That's what happened to me too. These things is real, because a lot of men they don't believe it. Like, it could happen right to them in front of their face, and they still just don't want to believe it. But it's understandable though. It is, and I'm happy too. Honestly, I'm happy to have people like you on the show who are aware and awake, and you know, and thank you everybody too. You know, in the comments who watch, I appreciate y'all too. And then you brought up Red Pill on steroids, and yeah, I really enjoy his videos and his content as well. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. He's he's had a bit of problems recently. I'm sure a lot of people know that his mum had an heart attack and his uncle died, so he's having a bit of a time out at the moment, you know, just to get his head clear, because that's going to mess his head up a little bit. So yeah, guys, if you want to go over there and just give your support to our boss, I'd be appreciated from me, really, to be honest, because to nearly lose two people, you've lost one, his uncle, and he nearly lost his mum. You know, that's not good, really. You know what I mean? It's not good for the head.
Yeah, you're right. Shouts out to Red Pill on steroids, man. And much love to him, and I hope he be okay and all right too. I agree. And another question I had, because I'm looking at the comments and I see it's a real battle going on in the comments. So, but right now I want to ask, how did you find out about me and my channel?
I found out you through. I don't want to say this. She doesn't like being called it, but I'm still going to call it her. Penny Proud.
Oh wow!
Well, I've stopped talking to her now because for about last 4 months, because I felt she weren't being very truthful with me. I asked her a question regarding Mr. Elite. She won't talk about the fact that whether she slept with him, right? He won't talk about it. Then he said she was a man. Then he turned around and said that he was in a convertible with her. Well, I'm thinking, well, if she's a man, was he stroking your fucking gear stick or something? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then he posts it on his community post, leaning against the actual convertible with a certificate as well to prove it. You know, and things just don't make sense. And it was little bits of information, and that's how I knew it was bullshit. That's how I knew it was all bullshit. And then he dropped the MGTOW, went to Red Pill. He tried to apologize, and I knew it was half-hearted. It wasn't sincere, right? And now he thinks it's okay, like nothing's happened, right? It's okay to carry on the way it went, and dropped it to Red Pill Elite. And I'm thinking, hang on, you have got no room to point your finger at other fucking people, especially people you're attacking, right? And at the end of the day, you've already proven that you can't do without, a camel toe. You've said it out of your own goddamn mouth. Just the same with Big Nose. He did exactly the same thing. And another person talking to a 12-year-old fucking girl. I am not going to put up with this shit. I'll tell you that now, right? Because that's one thing I will not put up with. Speaking to, there's no need to speak to her or even try and prove anything. You just don't do that. Even to prove a point, you just don't do it. The girl was saying, yeah. She mentioned his name and then turned around and said, yeah, if you subscribe, I'll marry you. She's a 12-year-old girl. How the fuck would she know what she fucking wants? And he's fucking 53, 54. And then when I saw his channel and I heard his voice, he sounded like his balls hadn't dropped. He sounded like a little boy. Like really high pitched.
Wow, I never seen him or heard him. That's interesting, and it's also interesting too. Like, wow, you found me through Penny. Wow, that's shocking. I mean, it's understandable though. It's definitely understandable because I know you might have seen a video about me or something. But you know what? I'm happy that you actually are here. And are actually cool with me. And because
I'm not a type of person to hold grudges, right? I recently had a bit of a disagreement with one person. I'm not going to mention his name out of respect, right? And then when I went into somebody else's live stream, I said, "Hi, how are you?" to the guy, and he was shocked. He would second back like, "Oh, I thought you were going to bring out all the dirty and laundry and everything." Like, no, why would I do that? Because when we discussed it, it was in private. Now, if he'd have put a video on there slagging me off and bringing out what we talked about, then yeah, I would do a response video. But there's no need to if it's in private. It's between me and him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man. And you know what? It's a lot of stuff going on. Like I understand. Like it does be things going on, and that's why I like doing this show. And I plan on doing more episodes as well. But this is why I like this because it gives a chance for people to just express themselves and their opinions and their beliefs, and I appreciate.
I'm gonna clear something up regarding feminism, right? I'm gonna clear this up, right?
Okay.
We don't hate men. We don't hate women. Sorry, we don't hate women, right? And that's a fact. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why we don't hate women, right? It's just we don't trust them after what's happened. I don't want to go out and kill a woman or hit a woman or fucking slag a woman. I say, yeah, whatever, fuck off, bye-bye. I don't even speak to them. They're not even worth my spit. So there's no need for these guys to be saying, oh, they need to be eradicated, all that and the other. No, they don't need to be, right? Because understand, if it weren't for women, men won't be born. And if it weren't for men, women won't be born, right?
Right.
But it doesn't detract from where the way they're acting now, right? They're making out that we hate them and that we're this, that, and the other. They're just fucking butthurt because we're taking the commodities away from them and we're keeping them back for ourselves and saying we're not going to share with you girls until you change your goddamn attitudes, right? We go and die for you. We go and do this for you. I mean, dying for women, for God's sake, dying for women and children, giving their lives up. Right? And they have the gall to call us after thousands of years of defending them from other countries and invaders.
I don't know why it's starting to go out. It's starting to go in and out. Like I can hear you, but it's going in and out right now. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, one moment. I think it could be my phone. It just needs the cookies just taking off. 1 minute. Yeah, it is. It just needs the cookies taken off. It should clear up now. Right, is that better?
Back.
Is that better? Right, 1 moment. I'm just gonna.
Can you hear me, Sigma? Is my because your sound keeps.
Are you there? Are you there?
Because I was hearing you fine all the way until you just said your last thing that you
Can
was
you
just
hear me
saying.
now?
And then
Can you hear me now?
it kept going in and out. Yo, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yo, is everybody still here? Because I don't know. It just kicked me out. Let me know. Lonely underscore. I don't know. That's the first time that's ever happened. I'm not even gonna lie. That's the first time. But it looked like it's back though. Okay. He said, let me drive right. Let me get him back in. Because it's like he was talking, like the whole stream was fine until it got to about like the 38-minute mark when he was talking. And then it just, okay, thank you, Kenan. You said you could hear me. All right, let's get him back and let's see if we can hear him again. Because I was definitely understanding what he was saying. Because it booted me out. It did. It was like, oh, something went wrong. And then it was like, make sure you're connected to the internet. And then I tried it again. And then I was able to get back. So at least it's still going. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Let's see if we can get him back. Yeah, we got to get back on that horse. Okay, he back. You there?
Yeah, one moment. It's just taking its time to load up. God, this is taking its time.
It really just, I don't know. It said something. Maybe it could have been my internet. It possibly could. Sometimes I guess that was a rare occurrence because it was like, oh, but I'm happy to be back though. He said it's taking him a minute. Okay, here we go. We probably back now. Okay, how
Oh my
things are going?
It's bad signal times.
Oh wow. I
Can you
can
hear
hear.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Thank God for that. Man, I had to come literally out the stream, go back to YouTube, ask you for the link and come back in again because I don't know. I don't know whether it's been listened to or what.
Yeah, I have no idea. I heard you though, because you was talking about women and stuff and about how you felt. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna let you finish what you were saying, and then you can give a little outro, and then maybe we could do another show in the future.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Basically, just to clear up about the feminism thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which bit did I get up to? Do you remember?
I it was again. It was going in and out. As soon as you started talking about how you really felt, like right after that, it started clipping.
Oh yeah. Just to clear things about feminism, men don't hate women in the community, in the philosophy, MGTOW philosophy. We just don't trust them. We just don't trust them. You know what I mean? If women are going to keep taking and taking and taking and not giving nothing back, then I don't blame men for just chucking them to the curb and saying we don't want nothing to do with you. And then they're attacking us because we don't want nothing to do with them. It's not as if we're going out fucking stabbing them or shooting them, is it? We just don't want nothing to do with them. And it's not as if all men don't want nothing to do with them. So I don't know what they're grumbling at, because there's plenty of beta simps out there for them. You know what I mean? They don't have to come into the manosphere and start causing problems, and then they whinge when you go on theirs and say, well, you can't come on ours. Well, hang on, you're going on other blokes, you know, channels causing problems, and yet as soon as we come back, it's wrong. Fuck off with your double standards, you bitches.
Yeah, that's what I feel you. That's what you was trying to say, man. And yeah, double standards is so many of them. I actually enjoy making videos talking about the double standards, because it's so many. But we can definitely talk about that another time. But go ahead though and give us a good outro for the people out there. Because I know, thank you for the people that's still here, and you know, people probably will come back and check you out. But let's get a nice outro from you, and also, you know, let people know where they can find you.
Yeah, just punch in Sigma, just Sigma alone. That's it. My logo, you'll see my logo. It's the same on BitChute. The reason why I want you to go on BitChute is because of that video regarding vaccinations. It's important that you listen to it. But I got the shock of my life when I found out what they were really going to start doing. And it's through the Bilderberg group that are doing it, the Bilderberg group.
Okay. All right. And
so yeah, if you go on BitChute, it's the same one, Sigma, and you'll see my logo, and it's on there. So you just click on there. So
okay, well, that's good. So if anybody wants to, you know, follow him, go ahead and give him a like, give him a follow, check Sigma out. And Sigma, is there anything else you want to say to the people before we leave today?
Yes, one thing. Well, it's actually two, but game is not playing the game because you know it's a game, right? So at the end of the day, it's a non-win situation at the moment. Mm-hmm. And secondly, men have emotions. They can control themselves. It's just they don't understand emotions fully as women do. Women have emotion. They know how to manipulate because they're experts at emotion. It's just they can't goddamn control themselves when they get angry.
Yeah. Yes. And thank you. And thank you too, Sigma. Those are some great words too. And I appreciate you for having you on here. And again, we could definitely have another show in the future. I might try to do it a little bit earlier next time, though, you know, so it won't be so late on your end.
I don't go to bed till about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm still going to be up for about 4 or 5 hours. So,
okay. Well, thank you again, and I appreciate it. And again, I'll be definitely coming by, come seeing how your stuff is going. And again, everybody go check Sigma E out. And thank you, and I will talk to you again.
Okay, catch you in a bit, bro. Bye.
All right, see you later. All right, y'all. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who came to the stream, who watched. Got another show. This is going in my new playlist that I got. So now I have a new interview playlist for all the people that have joined me for interviews. It will be there for anybody who wants to check it out. Check it out. I'll be adding more to it. I know this week was a little different. I know it was because last week I had 6 interviews in 1 week, and so far this week I only had, I guess, 1. I still did streams, but I had 1, but it's okay because, you know, sometimes you want to take a little break, so it's all right. But I'm happy to come back for y'all on this Friday, though, and give y'all this good stream that y'all just got. That was great. That was wonderful, and I appreciate the guests that we had. And I appreciate everyone out here, everyone in the comments. Thank you. Yeah, I know you said it got scary with the stream. Yeah, I know. Back together. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy it came back too. I'm happy. Because it would have been disappointing if it didn't. I would have been disappointed. But it's good that we got to hear them. And, well, I I guess I'm about to go to my Friday night, y'all. Tomorrow's Saturday, so I never really planned on interviewing on Saturday, so I probably won't. But if I do a stream, I'll let y'all know. I might do a little stream tomorrow where we could talk, or a video. I'll let you guys know. Check out my community page. You will definitely hear it or see it. And again, I appreciate everyone. Like, I love doing this. And now I gotta go see about upgrading that account. I'm still use this for now though, since it's free, might as well use it, But I hope y'all enjoy y'all Friday night, and I'll be out here. Peace out, y'all.